Welcome back to Jeff Koinange live at the Villa Rosa Kempinski on this incredibly inspiring Thursday. When one of our own is telling their story, I tell you, you realize it's not an easy business. And when it's Alex Chamwada, who grew up deep in Mashinani, came to Nairobi for the first time in his teens, I tell you, what a story. You need to listen to this and tell a friend who knows a friend to get on this story. Great story about Alex and his rise to the top of his game in journalism. Keep tweeting at Koinange Jeff, at Alex Chamwada, the hashtag Chamwada at JKL. Sit back. Alex, I'm getting so inspired by your story.
And remember, it's never easy.
No, it is never easy.
Other things happening
But
while you're on air.
Correct.
Yes.
Like, go on.
One day I'm in The Hague, live, about to go live. Then 5 minutes going on air, my mom calls me, your dad has just collapsed. We need to rush him to Aga Khan Hospital, Kisumu. But we need money, we need 50,000.
And you're at The Hague?
Yes, you're about to go on air. You stop, what do you do?
What?
You know?
What did you
Yeah,
do?
so when people see you on air, the point I'm saying, you are a human being at the end of the day. At the end of the day, you are a human being, and we all go through the same. We are not angels.
No.
They are towering on television.
And then when people look at the TV and they're watching you going live, they think this guy, superstar, celeb.
Amanda Holiday. Now, for example, like for a long time, when my dad was suffering from cancer, then almost my entire salary was going towards paying hospital bills, so you are literally working for hospital bills.
The hospital, yes.
Yeah. He passed on in 2011.
Oh,
yeah.
Paul.
So I'm just trying to share.
Yes.
And everyone has a story, by the way.
Sure.
Just be sharing.
I'm sure he's watching you right now, wherever he is. He's watching
he
you.
used to feel very proud. He used to say, I mean, Chamwada, ukitembea huko nje si wewe ni mimi. Ni mimi. Watu wanaona mimi si wewe. He was very positive.
That's what he would say?
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah. And we would meet as a family. I'm the first bonus. I'm the first boy. The sister had.
Yes.
But then I've had a lot of responsibility of educating my siblings. A big family because we were a family of 12.
Goodness.
3 of my siblings have passed on. So 8 who are behind me have literally been paying fees, college and so on, mentoring them. And thank God some of them are doing well, they have job, and we have been able to support Mom Elizabeth in Elongo. In
Elongo village?
Yes.
Is that satisfying for you, Cham? Do you feel satisfied when you look back and you see, look what you've done?
Yeah.
For your siblings, for your family, for your loved ones.
I feel great. I feel that it is a journey that has paid off. And especially now, when I went out to go into independent content production, I grew even bigger, faster. Why? I'm tapped into my networks and I'm able to do bigger stories from any corner of the world. So for me, that's growth. And through what I've done, I've contributed to the growth of journalism because I get a lot of calls from upcoming journalists who are asking me, how are you able to do this? Some are even still employed, even daring, asking me, I mean, how can you teach us the ropes? How are you managing?
Yeah.
If I came out, what are the do's and don'ts? So I share my experience a lot. I must say it is not easy, but it can take you somewhere. The good thing is, then you are not tied, that while I'm able to provide Daring Abroad and the Chamwada report to KTN, I can be able to do other things. Occasionally, I'm a guest lecturer in universities here and there. So I'm fulfilled. I've reached a stage where I'm saying I'm fulfilled, and it is really a journey that I...
And you MC now and then.
Occasionally, but not like you.
Do you enjoy it?
I enjoy it.
You enjoy MC?
Because, I mean, it's part of sharing knowledge.
Yes.
You study if you are emceeing at a function, you'll have studied the function.
Correct.
So you keep learning. You keep learning new things. You keep meeting people. You keep networking. I mean, it's great.
It's good fun.
Yeah.
It's good fun.
Yeah.
The stories we're telling today, Champs, the journalists of today in Kenya, are we telling the right story? Are we telling the story the way it should be told? Or are we leaning to one side or another too much?
My observation, what I can say, we don't get time to do full stories. We give half-baked stories. And the challenge, partly why I found the newsroom a bit confining, is you're under pressure to churn out a top story every day, and you are told, I mean, you are paid well to do the top story. So you rarely have enough time to research and do complete stories. So it's really hand to mouth, hand to mouth. Well, I understand that you can produce a story every day, but given that you can be a team and have those who do news, then you have those who go behind the scenes, those who are experienced to do stories. So they would really cover up in terms of now giving the complete picture. Let those who can tell the hard news quickly today, but do you have others who are behind the scenes trying to give now a complete story? We don't have much time for that. Why? Media houses say it's expensive. By you churning out a story every day, and then it's justifiable, the salary you are being paid. But if you are doing just one story in 3 days, you are saying you are still researching, they say it's not worth it. So they claim it's expensive, it's time consuming, and people move on, which I don't believe that people aren't what's happening today after 3 days. So we don't do follow-ups. If we were able to do follow-ups, and then we'd do more balanced stories and give a complete picture. That's how I would put it.
Yeah.
Yes.
With Daring Abroad,
Yes.
are you doing what you love to do now? Because, you know, you get on a plane, you go to Ghana, you go to Liberia, you go to South Africa, go anywhere you want. Are you doing what you love to do?
That's what I love to do. Many people may not know this. It's a period when people know me for politics. Alex Chamwada, covering politics, analyzing politics. But you looked at the clips earlier played. My forte initially was features, human interest stories. That's where my heart is. Many of us end up doing politics because, as I said, that's the top stories that the station wants. So there are those who may want to do other stories that are more inspiring to them, but they don't get the chance to do them. So we end up doing politics. All of us.
These awards, Alex,
Yes,
what do they mean to you? Soma, when they recognize you, Media Personality of the Year, overall Personality of the Year, what do they mean to you?
One, I get a confidence, that there's confidence in what I do. It shows I have a following. Initially, I would think it's about Twitter. You have more followers than I. How many?
I have 860,000.
I have only 169,000.
Come on.
Yeah, but then
so how does that make you more influential?
Look here. It's not how many tweets you have or how many people have reacted to your tweet. It's the value of your tweet.
The content.
The content and the shelf line of your tweet.
Yes. So
my content has been quite influential. These awards prove that my content is it's inspiring content. Yes. My content is informative. My content is what can be remembered after a month. I get calls from people in the US. So for me, how did I win this? You know, social media is not just Twitter, about tweeting. There is WhatsApp. And then I came to realize there are so many WhatsApp groups, because they would call me and say, Alex, this award is yours. I dare abroad. So who told you I don't have people abroad? And the diaspora is very good at social media.
Very good.
In Philadelphia, there's a gentleman who told me I've mobilized, or rather I've given information to people, because it's about voting, who follow Daring Abroad and the Chamwada report, and they're going to support you. So I've had people in South Africa, and of course I can't forget my followers here locally in Kenya.
Yes.
So
the KOTs.
Yes. So they're there. Social media is big. Instagram, WhatsApp,
Facebook.
Twitter, Facebook, all that. So it's a confirmation that I have a following. People who believe in my content.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Well done.
Yeah.
Well, but you know what? It starts with you. You believed in yourself,
Yes.
and then people believed in you. All right. So before we wind up,
Yes.
your team, which is here, all like 1,500 of your people.
One thing, if you may.
We haven't finished yet. We haven't finished.
We're finished.
No, this time. Come on, guys. What is this you're bringing? Go on. This is your team here, right? Okay. Let's quickly sit on the bench.
Yes.
Okay.
This one is Daring
Yeah.
Abroad.
You can use my
Daring
microphone
Abroad.
and say, who's going to present? You're presenting?
Yes.
Go on, use my mic. What is this?
Oh my.
What is your name?
My name is Boniface.
Boniface, okay, go ahead. There's a camera. Show it. What is this?
You know, Alex has been an inspiration to all of us at Champs Media. And today we decided to come and surprise him here for the call that he said is going to be at the bench.
Oh.
What people are seeing today on Thursday, we see it every day.
You're inspired every day. Oh, let me see this picture. Let me see this. Oh,
I'm
that's
excited
beautiful.
about this.
Yeah.
Look at this. Very beautiful. Look like.
Well done, guys. Well done. Well done.
It's a confirmation, I told you.
Absolutely.
Yes.
You believe in him, huh?
Yes.
Huh?
Yes.
He's a great guy.
We work as a team.
You do, huh?
Yeah.
All right. Leave this here. Go back in.
Niwakute kwa ofisi.
Wako ofisi. Musiende mbali.
Thank you so
guys.
much.
Well
Look,
done. Congratulations.
Thank you. See?
Oh, man.
And
This,
you are the
this is
MC.
the future, by the way.
That's the future.
This is the future of
Yes.
journalism.
Yeah.
They believe in you, Alex.
Yeah.
That's deep.
Mentoring.
That's deep.
Yes.
You were saying something.
And I've mentored quite many. Of course, we don't go to the rooftops to start announcing so and so and so and so. There are many, by calling or by just a session, there are those who want to give up because they are frustrated in newsrooms. I tell them how to do it. Moha Jichopevu, there's a point was not being given stories.
Right.
Ask him in the newsroom. I
Yes.
told him, leave alone. Don't go for the docket stories. Find a niche.
And he found his
Nobody's doing investigative journalism.
Yes.
He did it.
Absolutely.
Several people. Clifford Derrick, he won a CNN award. It's now in South Africa. I mean, people. Willis Raburu went to class in Moi University to give a talk. He followed me. How do I get internship? One thing leads to another. He goes on TV. Timothy Otieno, now at KTN. I was going to Moi University to give a talk. He called me, he was in Nairobi. So he told me, can I go with you in your car? So we drove together. I was driving to Eldoret. So he benefited a talk of 5 hours before I go give the main talk.
Yes.
He had already gotten his top layer. And
got the
he's
scoop.
now on KTN. So, I mean, yeah.
Amazing. What do you think of Asha Mwilu and
Oh
Rashid
my
Edie
days, yeah.
winning the CNN overall?
They deserve it.
Yeah.
Did you watch that production?
Incredible.
The risk,
Terror Crossing.
Terra Crossing, the risk, the research,
Yeah.
and that's what I was telling you. Many of us journalists don't want to venture into, production that takes time, saps your energy, risky. But those are the stories that win awards. How many political stories win awards?
Very few.
I don't know.
Very
Yeah, it's
Very few.
Yeah, it's those stories.
Nobody
yeah.
remembers.
Yeah, and Rashid, I remember when President Jacob Zuma had just been sworn in. I think the following day he was preparing to name his cabinet. Rashid, the cameraman who was with Asha Mwilu,
Yes.
I was the first and Rashid to interview Jacob Zuma before, and he was preparing. Which president will give you time when he or she is preparing to name a cabinet at his house in Johannesburg?
And you got it.
Yeah, we got it. And we did the interview. So far, he came at the door and said, "You have no time, young man. Don't even mount your tripod." So Rashid did what we
Off
call
shoulder.
handheld off
Oh,
shoulder.
yeah.
It was a 7 minutes interview.
Off shoulder.
Yes, and it aired in Julie Gishuru's show on Citizen.
Look
So,
at that.
I mean,
Great
he called me
stories.
after he won the award and said, the same South Africa where I was with you some time back, we
Yeah.
won the award. Radio, you hear people saying, you asked me about the future of journalism. The space of a journalist is narrowing. But let me begin by what we are complaining about as journalists and other observers. People keep saying radio is employing artists, radio is employing comedians, radio is employing musicians. But you see, if you are a journalist, that's not your forte. What do I mean? Radio stations have programming, they have entertainment, then they have current affairs. So if you're a journalist, maybe you're a reporter, you want to be a newsreader, your space is reading news. For example, I wouldn't complain Maina Kageni took my job as a journalist. He was employed as as an entertainment show. Do you think as a journalist I would host that show properly? No.
You couldn't.
So what we should be fighting for is increasing of our space in current affairs, not complaining radio stations are employing comedians, because you can't do what they do. They're employed to do entertainment. You're employed as a journalist. TV also, the space is narrowing. You're finding news bulletins are becoming entertainment shows. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So the space of a journalist is narrowing, and that's a threat to a journalist.
No doubt.
Yeah.
Even for people, some
Like
people.
I'm independent, so I was able to negotiate time on KTN, so I have my slot.
You have 1 more minute. That's your camera over there. Look to your the future of journalism? What do you tell people out there?
Journalism, of course, technology is improving. You are able to get everything, at the go, every minute, because of social media, because of improved technology. But there are threats to it because you are likely to get confusion, you are likely to get defamation, being the order of the day. So it's upon journalists to wade through all this confusion and give the viewer the right thing, because the viewer still needs a journalist. You can never finish a journalist. I keep hearing people say, oh, with Twitter, with Facebook, the journalist is finished. No, the journalist still has his or her space in journalism, and you do your work as a journalist. That's my punchline.
Do your work as a journalist.
Yes.
Our job will never be threatened. Not
Never,
entirely.
never. Yes,
If you're
and
good.
be creative. Look
Be-
for your own space.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Alex Chamwada,
Thank you.
I'm honored.
Marathon show.
Well done. Great
Thank you.
job.
Thank
And
you.
good luck, man.
Thank you.
Good luck. I'm so impressed and so inspired as well. And these kids as well.
The others out there have two crews on location as we speak. One crew is in Western doing filming for the Chamwada report. Another one is in Galana. And the others who are not here, we are balanced in terms of gender too.
Wow.
There are ladies in the team also
Okay.
who do research and voicing.
Yeah.
So the entire team is not here. As I told you, we have about 15 in the team. Thank you.
Keep doing what you do, my
Yeah,
brother. Well
you've
done.
inspired them too.
Well, like you, man.
Yeah.
Proud of you, brother. Proud of you. Alex Chamwada. Remember this name. I tell you, great story. And if you missed this show, you better watch the repeat and then get on YouTube and watch that. Because if you want to be inspired, especially in this profession, Alex Chamwada's story is one for the record books. And he's only 45, and he's still and will remain at the top of his game. Keep watching Chamwada Report and Daring Abroad every week, right here on Kenya's television network, KTN. Next week is a new week, new show, new guests, new themes, but the one thing that's always consistent, those three letters on the keyboard that follow each other, JKL. Keep watching right here every Wednesday, Thursday, 10 p.m. KTN Home and KTN News. Thanks so much for watching. Good night. Good luck. God bless. Well done, brother.